see and talk, except for me, because I can't do it, about the Mount Washington Valley Curling Club. So we have Paul Valle and Pat Kittle here from the Mount Washington Valley Curling Club. And how's it going?
It's going great. Couldn't be a better day for curling today.
It is. Now, and let's talk about the Curling Club. It's been around now for what, about a year, almost 2 years?
Coming up on 2 years, yes. The club started actually about April of 2011 with a first meeting that we had just to see if there's interest. And there was about 50 people who showed up and said they were interested, which shocked and surprised us and was terrific. And we formed a board and we just started progressing and trying to figure out how we could bring curling here to the Valley.
And you were successful. And I mean, curling is here. And you were just saying you've got 70 members now as part of the club.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And curling every Saturday night.
We're curling Saturday nights at the Ham Arena. And generally it starts sometime around 4 to 5 o'clock. And we oftentimes have 2 draws, which means we have 2 sessions. And that would go, one draw lasts about 2 hours. It takes about 2 hours to play a game. And so we play from generally 5 to 7, 7 to 9 is a typical Saturday night. And
that's great. And so obviously a lot of teams can get out on the ice, and you've added another, I want to say court, but it's not a court.
Court, rink,
okay.
They actually call them rinks. But,
rinks.
But yeah, so we have actually 4 rinks that we play on at the Ham. And a curling team consists of 4 people. So it would be a 4-on-4 match on each one of those rinks. So we get an opportunity to have 32 people playing at one time. And it's pretty exciting with having that many people on the ice.
Oh, I can imagine.
At one time.
Now, Paul, you just got involved with the organization.
I was here at the beginning. This is, I started last year the same as everyone. And absolutely love it. It's great. You meet great people down there. It's a sport that can, we've got people in our club. We've got youngsters in our club in their early teens, and we've got people, in their 70s and everything in between. And, it's just a great sport. It's a lot of fun, and everybody that's down there absolutely loves it. So
that's great. Well, we're looking at some photos right here off the website.
Oh, yeah.
Which is, the website is MWV.
Curlingclub.org.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know it's always good. The MWVCC you had to watch out for. So MWVCurlingClub.com. So you can check out all the pictures. Now, if somebody wants to get involved, you have something going on today, which will kind of entice some people, perhaps.
Yeah, we're so excited. And this is so fortuitous. The storm that we just had has blanketed us with all this beautiful white snow. But we've got this great skating rink in the middle of Schuler Park, and we talked to the town, and the town was gracious enough to let us put on an outdoor curling exhibition. So we're actually, a bunch of club members while we're sitting here talking, out there, scribing in some targets, some houses is what they're called, and we're actually going to set up, and we're going to have one match that some club members are just going to play so that people can watch and see how the game is played. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to have a couple of other stations where if somebody wants to try it, it's free. They can just come over, and all they got to do is sign a waiver, and we'll get them on the ice, give them a little bit of instruction, and have them get a chance to throw a curling stone down the ice.
And the thing about curling, too, is that it's kind of like used to be some board game that said it was a minute to learn, a lifetime to master. And learning how to curl is relatively easy. There's not a lot to it, but it's mastering that. And Pat, we're showing that Pat has his curling pants on here from rubbing the ice, wearing his pants out from rubbing the ice, which you don't always want to do. But it's a very easy thing to do. And the nice thing too, I remember finding out about it, you're not lifting up this stone. You don't have to be able to throw a 60-pound weight. No. You're gliding it down the ice. So it's really for any age.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, and you've tried it. I know you and your son have come last year and given it a try at one of our free Learn to Curl sessions. And it is just a lot of fun to do. It's a very social event. It's kind of like maybe a winter version of going out and playing golf, because you're just out with a bunch of people that you enjoy and enjoy spending time with. And it is similar to golf in that it's it doesn't take long or much to learn how to do it, but to do it well, it takes a lot of practice.
And hopefully your stone doesn't go off into the rough or into the weeds. And here's a great shot right here of some actual play. And let's see. I'm curious what's going to happen with this stone. Oh, kiss that one. And where's it going?
That's a pretty nice stone.
Actually, it's a very nice stone.
Pretty nice one. That must have been Pat.
No, I don't think so. More likely Paul. Paul's team was actually in the lead this year in the league, and my team actually won last year's championship.
Well, congratulations.
Which we're very very proud of, and it does just simply show that there's not so much skill involved as luck. So
I'm going to go with the skill, Pat. We'll give you the skill. Now, if somebody wants to, they come down today, they check it out, and then they want to get involved. How can they do that?
Well, there'll be people at the Schuler Park rink today to talk to folks, and if they're interested, we'd love to have them join. There's a fee to join the club because there's things like liability insurance, et cetera. And the other piece of the fee is we belong to the United States Curling Association. That's part of how we get our liability insurance, and there's some of that fee goes to them.
Yeah.
As well as the stones themselves. The equipment is pretty expensive. The curling stones, we have used sets, and our used sets cost anywhere from $3,000 to $4,500 for a set of stones.
Right. So they're
so it's not an inexpensive sport to get started. Once you're actually playing, we charge $15 ice fee to come play for the night.
Yeah.
So it's not a whole lot different than going to the movies or
absolutely
going out to dinner.
Just don't put popcorn on the ice.
Don't put right.
No.
Yeah.
It kind of messes up with that.
Exactly.
So. Now you also in September you hosted an event, a curling event right here.
Yeah. We had a Bonspiel. Bonspiel is the fancy curling word for tournament. We had 16 teams come from, I think, as far away as Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan, New Jersey. Then, of course, Vermont,
Connecticut.
New Hampshire, Connecticut,
Yeah.
Massachusetts.
And those actually last, they start on, in this case, ours started on Friday afternoon and went all the way through Sunday afternoon.
That's great.
And that's all the rink did for that time frame. Was all we had was curling match upon curling match. So for someone who's interested in the sport, who's watched it on the Olympics on TV, that is a neat time to come down and be able to see it kind of close up and in person.
Right.
And we plan to do that again, or we will have another Bonspiel. I'm not sure what the dates are yet, but it will be same kind of time frame. I think it was late September.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's one of the things that curling has become one of the most watched sports in the Olympics, has grown over the last few years. It's actually, I watch it, and I find it one of the most exciting parts of the whole Olympics. And going and seeing it and hearing it, hearing the stones and everything live, and then being able to be a part of it is really a lot of fun. So we're going to do the event today, right here in Schuler Park. So go down and check it out.
It's at 11 o'clock.
Starts at 11
and goes to 1.
Till 1 o'clock, and free. So people
absolutely.
can check it out. And if not, you can always go on the website, mwvcurlingclub.com, and get .org, excuse me. Coms, these orgs. And find out any more information and hopefully come down and check it out.
Absolutely.
We'd love to have you.
Yep.
Well, that sounds great. Well, thanks so much for coming down today.
Thanks for having us.
Talking about curling. I saw you didn't bring any stones with you, packing like 4 of them, carrying them. I mean, I'm a little disappointed. They're only how much a piece?
44 pounds.
40, you should have been able to carry 4 in a piece. We'll talk about that for next time. And we'll be back here in a minute on White Mountains Today.